and you can get it for $20. So go online to Cycle Source and get on the queue, and you can put $20 or 6 for 100, a chance to win this motorcycle, this beautiful 61 Panhead. And along with that is the plaque that goes with it. So piece of history. Dave will tell you more about it. And without further ado, Dave Nichols from Easy Rider Magazine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mondo. Mondo from Dender's Choppers, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. So, anybody ever read Easy Riders? Ever? Okay. Well, you may notice in the last 2 years it's just gone, right? It's coming back. We're going to call it Classic Easy Riders, and it's going to have all your favorite stuff. 5 custom bike features every month in Easy Riders, as well as a big event like this, like Sturgis. In the first issue, which is the December issue, it'll be on sale December 7th, and every month a 104-page magazine will be coming your way with everything you actually want in a paper magazine you can hold in your hand. And speaking of, I want to thank Chris from Cycle Source. Look at this. This is a new magazine that Cycle Source is putting out called Sturgis. Wonderful performance magazine. And we need more paper motorcycle magazines, as well as all the digital stuff and all the TV stuff and everything else we do. But I hope y'all will come along with us for the ride and subscribe to the new magazine. You can go to ClassicEasyRiders.com and get half off the newsstand price when you subscribe. And I want to thank Ray. Without Ray's guidance and being the publisher, we wouldn't have the ability to do this. So thank you, Ray. And now, you can win this bike. This bike is a beautiful, as you see, custom rigid Springer. Mondo made the Springer front end, right? And Paco did the frame and the tanks and everything else. Steve, wherever you are over there, from Paco, thank you. And we're going to give this bike away this week. So I think it's $20 for a ticket, right? And actually you'll be able to see the movie Rough Boys, in which we talk about this bike. And it's this secret, long-lost, legendary gold chopper that somebody here at Sturgis is going to own. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, Easy Riders is back. Hope you all will come with us. Thank you, and we're going to give out some awards now. You ready, boys?
We're ready. Now I want to take a minute and bring Chris up and talk about his show tomorrow. So we're all a big family, whether you know it or not. All us motorcycle guys, these guys love each other, work together, even though they have opposing magazines. We're all family. We all stick together. So tomorrow, I want all you guys who are at this show here to run down the street to the Iron Horse and go to Chris's chopper show. So yours starts about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock? Yeah, so we got another big chopper show tomorrow, and he's going to be giving away a rolling chassis as well. So a chance to win a rolling chassis today, a chance to win a rolling chassis tomorrow. Both these guys are here to give out the awards for a bike feature. So one of these bikes out here is going to go to Cycle Source, one an Easy Rider. So this is a banner day. This is really cool that we've got these great awards and to bring the captains of the industry together. You know, our deal, all us chopper builders out there, if it wasn't for these guys showing our bikes in the magazines, you'd never know who we are. So I owe my livability to these guys here, you know, so I can make a living. So thank you guys personally. And Aaron Green, come on up. Now this guy is the guy that I consider, these guys consider, Aaron Green is the best bike builder in the world by far. And anybody that knows, yeah, this guy is amazing. The patents that he holds, the things that he can do with in the industry with motorcycles is unbelievable. And I'm just lucky to call him one of my best friends and have him here today to help give out the awards. And his beautiful wife, Melanie, there she is, our trophy girl. So these guys are second to none. He's the guy I go to, and I get in trouble on a motorcycle, need something done that I can't do. This is my go-to guy. So Aaron Green, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we're about to get ready to give out some awards. Let me let Chris get in here real quick and talk about the show for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mike Lichter.
Yeah.
World famous
We got the
Mike
big
Lichter
guy
there,
here.
Easy Rider Magazine. All those beautiful bikes you see in Easy Rider Magazine, there's the guy that shoots them. So many, many years in business. And your show is when? Here, get us a quick.
Again, for anyone who didn't hear before, 4 days only. This is the More Metal exhibition down at the event center at the other gate. It's the East Gate, free admission, so there's no charge to get in. You don't need a Buffalo Chip pass. Tomorrow will be noon. A lot of the builders will be there, noon to 4:30, and then Monday through Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. So please come down and see it. I've got 110 framed photos. I do that every 5 years. We have 30 incredible motorcycles, and all brand new. Thanks very much, Mondo.
And, I mean, if you guys can get down there, that show that Michael curates and puts together is really one of the, for any of us in the industry, that's one of the most prestigious shows you could ever get invited to and get the honor to be in. I've had the honor to be in it quite a few times for Michael. But he brings together a collection of motorcycles, and the way he just sees things in our industry different. I mean, we see how to build a bike, but he sees the art in the bikes that we build. And then he brings these bikes together and puts them on display in a manner that we really don't get to go to a lot of shows as motorcycle builders that present our bikes in the manner that Michael puts into that show. So I really encourage everybody to go down there and look at not only the bikes in the show, but just how he puts the venue together to really honor what we do here. And he honors it with his photography, but he's just got an amazing eye, so you got to do that. Oh, I mean, the artwork's, I mean, his eye for pictures and just the way he sees our lifestyle is what has always made this guy so famous.
Yeah, man. Heroes up here. The whole time I was a kid, man, growing up, reading that magazine, looking at those pictures, but it's because it's a story about uncommon individuals and history and culture and traditions that go on, man. This is a special breed of people. That's all of you guys sitting here. That's why it's so important. People ask me, aren't you upset that Easy Riders is coming back? Hell no. Hell no. Our history is inside of that thing. Give it up for that. These guys were doing this history before people realized that you could make money. Before the big rolls came in and the big motorcycles and all of that was happening, they were doing that stuff, gutting it out. Now that that shit's rolling out, they're still doing it. Mad respect. Awesome. I am Chris from Cycle Source. I'm a chopper victim too. I have an ailment that's called motorcycles, and because of that, me and my guys do a magazine. We're throwing a show at the Iron Horse tomorrow. You guys are all invited. Please come down and hang out with us. It's free to get in, and we have this beautiful rolling chassis we're giving out from Paco as our best of show. I can't wait to see who gets this. Full feature in the magazine. We're going to give out a feature here today, but I want to tell those stories. You got a story, man, come and tell me about it. That's what this is all about. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, you guys ready? You want a group photo? Come on. Come on, you guys, get over here. Come on, Mario. Michael Lichter, get over here. For once, you're going to be in a picture, not taking it. Boy, I love these guys.
Hold on.
They make it happen. These are the captains of the industry standing right here in front of you. They have everybody standing in one place at one time. This is a big deal.
Sorry.
It's hard to get a group like this together, so I'm so honored to have these guys here. Who? I don't know the guy. Hey, Steve Massicotti, you out there? Okay, anybody that's built choppers at one time or another has used a Paco frame, Paco pipes, Paco fenders, gas tanks, you name it. Well, Steve's one of the masterminds in the R&D behind all that. When you see these rolling chassis, when you see something new and innovative out of Paco, come over here, Steve. We call him Fuzzy for obvious reasons. But Steve is the guy that works tirelessly behind the scenes. So, and one of my best friends. So, Steve Massicott from Paco, thank you for being here. Thanks for the awards that you provided in the rolling chassis and the gold bike. Steve worked tirelessly putting this gold bike together. It was his design, his scheme. He was gracious enough to come to me for the front end. But Paco in the industry, that's our go-to guys. And I want to thank you for the over 50 years of building Paco parts.
Well, don't thank me. We need to thank Ron Pa, the owner. Ron started it in '69, kind of out of high school, and managed to somehow talk his dad into making Harley parts. He didn't want to make anything. He didn't like beards. He didn't like anything. But Ron persisted, and lo and behold, 52 years later, we're still making parts, and we're still having fun. Ron's still there. He opens the door at 5:30 in the morning, and he puts the key in at 4:30 at night. He's 71, 72 years old, and he's definitely the leader of Paco. He keeps us all going and lets us know what to do. And you know, he's out there. Saturday, I was there a couple of weeks ago. He's out bending pipes at
this guy
12:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday. Ron Pa, the owner, bending upswept fishtails and everything. So
he looks like one of the worker bees, and he likes it that way.
Yep, yeah. There's no titles. Everybody's the same. There's no titles.
It's
There's
a
no
family.
presidents. Yeah, it's a great place to work. And I use the word work, but I don't think I've worked in 17 years.
I've never
since
seen
been
you
there.
work. Hey, and Ron Pa from Paco is also a Hall of Famer. So, and he well-deserved Hall of Famer. So, Thank you, Paco, for everything that you do. And Marilyn, thank you for what you do. And come on up, Marilyn. She can't talk. You want to?
All right, guys. So here you've got the team. This is the main team that put this together. And I'll tell you what, this has been probably the easiest thing to do because this is a bunch of people that came together, had a vision, a collective vision, and we've done a great job. So we got Jack McIntyre. You guys may recognize Jack. He's a photographer. You'll see him up on stage at the Chip. All around, shooting great photos, does a lot of wonderful stuff. We got his partner in crime. They also build bikes together. They have a trucking business together. Johnny Mack, he's a bike builder as well out of Philadelphia. He built the stand over here. He's done a lot of work for us, and he's been here from day one, all right? And he's been a great, great guy for all of us, all right? Marilyn, you put us together, didn't you? You brought this team together, didn't you?
It's all her fault.
Yeah. So she brought the team together. The willingness, with Steve. Steve's always been such a willing partner. He's been so gracious and everything. I can't say enough for him. Mondo, he sets me straight on a lot of things, but collectively, we all keep working. We're going to do bigger, better things. This show is only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. And we want all of you to tell your friends. We want you all to come out and enjoy every year that we do this show. And it's going to go on forever. All right? Yes, and we're going to do a quick picture with everybody. Let's get the team in together. So,
Marilyn, come in a little. You should know better. Never in the picture.
all right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Let's give a round of applause to the team here. They've done a great job. I'm going to turn the mic back over to Mondo. We're going to start unveiling some awards.
So there's this tradition in Easy Riders magazine. Whoever the editor is gets to wear this ring. And it's the old skull logo. And so as I'm putting this back on, to be the official editor again, Chris, come here. I want to show you how we do things, because this is how it's supposed to be. All right, Cyclosaurus, Easy Riders, the last standing, paper chopper magazines. Kerry Broback, wherever you are, we love you, brother, for Choppers Magazine. Mondo, here's the deal. After much thought, I think the only right thing to do is to let this man have that orange chopper for his magazine, and I'll take it, because we both want the same bike, right? We both want the same bike in our magazine. So I think the right thing to do is let Chris have the orange bike.
Wow, what an honor. And that is going to be on the cover, correct, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what a great honor it is to have two magazines want your bike for the cover? That is unbelievable. It probably never, ever happens. And Gerald Casey over here, my mentor, works with me and owns about half the bikes in that first row. He's the owner of that orange bike. The story behind that orange bike, all of Denver's personal bikes were orange with purple flames, so we did that as in memory of Denver. And then with the one next to it, looks like a cop bike theme. That was one of Denver's other bikes. He made it look like a highway patrol chopper just to screw with the cops. So that's the one sitting next to it. So Gerald, here you go, man. They're fighting over you, brother.
Hey, so listen, I was telling you guys, this is all about the history and the story behind things, and him putting that ring on and how much that means. You giving me that motorcycle and us working together, that gets you an extra piece of raisin pie.
Whoa. Right on, raisin pie, everybody. If you don't know what that means, you will soon. We'll start talking about that again.
And one last thing, Mr. Pelosi, thank you, Ray Pelosi. Thank you for what you're doing, bringing Easy Rider back. We've been all waiting and dreaming for the day this magazine comes back. I think we all cried when it went away. It was a mess. But thank you for stepping up and getting Dave back on board and giving us our magazine back. And what an honor that is. And thank you for being here personally.
Let's give out some awards.
Let's give out some awards.
You're still up here, Mondo. Don't think you can go anywhere.
Yes.
Okay, let's start off the show. Let's give out some awards.
Okay, we're going to kick off the categories with metric. And we're going to go second place. Metric goes to number 94, Jeremy Waddell.
Jeremy, come on up. Which bike was that, Eric?
I don't know. I did not judge that class.
Oh, okay, the Patina Honda, the 750. This guy brought a couple bikes, right? See, that bumps up your chances of winning.
Okay, we'll go to first place, goes to bike number 59. They got better shape than I. And I believe it's Leela Eberly.
Here we go, guys. There you go. She built a little chopper right on the end, right behind the cameras. 13 years old. She did it herself. She's already telling me about the next bike she's going to build. There's our future right there. Congratulations. Hold it up where we can see it. Turn it around. Hold that proud. There you go. Isn't that cool, you guys?
I think we all wish we got started that young.
You did. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, but
You were already building cars at 13. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your bike. Can't wait to see what you bring next year.
okay, we're going to go right down to Modern Bobber. Second place goes out to number 78, Rob Nicholas.
Rob Nicholas. This is Modern Bobber, so that's an Evo up. There we go. That's a tough class, by the way.
Good job.
You know, it's cool to see these the old style bobber bikes with the modern motors in them. They're just trying to keep this thing alive. The old motors are getting so hard to find. It's easier to step up and put an Evo in them. So a lot of people do that. They're still just as cool, and we're want to thank you guys for doing that, bringing those out and sharing them with us.
Well, for sure, and I think every class we had out here today was really hard. There's a great group of bikes that made it out for this show, which we thank everybody for showing up with all their wonderful bikes. And we had about 5 different judges kind of judging different categories. Everybody picked one category, kind of went through and studied all the different bikes and then decided, and then we kind of come together at the end to collaborate on a couple of the big awards. But it was tough. It was
I'm glad I wasn't a judge.
It was very tough. First place, number 58, Fred Cuba.
Fred, come on up.
He's the builder.
Oh,
What's your name?
David Chuck.
David Chuck.
Yep.
Congratulations, David. That was a little red and white one, correct, Dave?
Yeah.
Right over here in this row, the little red and white bike. That one. That's a badass bike. Thanks, Dave. Bring something new next year. Let's see what you're doing.
So this next one goes out to another very, very tough category. Old school original chopper, bobber, pre-Evo. A lot of really tough bikes in this category. Second place, number 67, Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown, come on up. Where you at, Bobby? Bobby's not here.
I know, where is he at?
All right, we'll hold it for you. Let's go ahead and give out the first place.
First place goes to number 66, Josh Young.
Josh, come on up. Where's Josh at?
They were all standing right back here a second
Yeah.
ago.
If you find Tim, you'll find Josh.
Yeah, and Bobby.
Hey, Tim, go get Josh. There he goes.
Josh is in the bar, it looks like.
Yeah.
He needed a drink before he could walk up in front of the crowd.
You know, I was talking to the judges, and they said this is one of the hardest shows that they've judged. The competition was so close, and we've got some real builders here. And so, top notch. Stacy, all the way from Manteca, California. This guy won 7 out of 7 shows last year. The guy with the cowboy hat on. So when you're up against competition like Stacy, you know you're up against some tough stuff.
Come on, Josh, get up here. You won.
Get out of the bar for a minute.
Yeah. Bye. Josh, was Bob back there with you somewhere too? Tell him he needs to get up here.
Was Bob is he in the bar too?
We did know him.
Bob.
Okay, we're going to keep this thing going. We're going on to Chopper, pre-Evo, second place, 83, John Hyatt.
John, come on up. Pre-Evo, of course, is shovel head, pan head, knuckle head, flat head, Sportster iron head. Those are all in the pre-Evo class. Class I like.
Yeah, great.
I like the old stuff.
John Hyatt.
John Hyatt. There he is.
There he is.
Come on up, John. And you're one of the last guys to bring a bike in. Goddamn, bro. Thank you for coming. Shows up late and still wins. How about that?
That's the way to do it. Okay, first place, tough class, number 88, Gerald Casey.
Gerald Casey. All right. This guy's got good taste. Congratulations, Gerald.
Good job. Okay, we go right on to modern chopper, Evo and up. This bike is off the charts in my opinion. It goes to our one and only rock star, Xavier.
Xavier. Now he won Easy Rider Bike of the Year a couple years ago. This guy's no joke. He's one of the best in the business. And I made him put on a Denver shirt today. He had a cycle source. I said, all right, you're done kissing their ass. Now you kiss mine. Go get one of my shirts. And he did. If you guys recognize, he used to be in Buck Cherry. He was the drummer for Buck Cherry. And he's a fabulous bike builder, multi-talented guy.
Yeah. First place, number 51, Brandon King.
Whoa, this guy. Oh, my God. His bike is beautiful.
Heavy hitter.
His wife built it and he helped. His bike is next to Javier's bike down the end of this middle row. So,
yeah, they're
beautiful,
right.
beautiful.
They're really nice bikes.
They stand out like jewelry in a crowd. Congratulations. We'll see you at Cycle Source tomorrow.
Yeah, great bike, man. Super nice. Okay, Bobber, pre-Evo, second place. Number 95, Stacy, third.
Stacy?
Come on, Stacy. Don't look around like you don't know what's going on. You're getting awards to put on that mantle with the 50 other ones you got.
Hey, this guy's got so many bikes, he even puts them in the house. Right, Danelle? Yeah. He's always got one or two bikes going, and he's probably got about 15 of them now. And all of them are show winners, magazine bikes. And like I say, he won 7 out of 7 last year. So to have Stacy pull all the way out here, put his bikes in the show, it's an honor. Thank you. He's also my little brother.
Yeah, younger brother.
Younger brother. Thanks, Danelle.
Okay, first place. I guess we should get used to this name. 87, Gerald Casey.
Now Gerald brought 5 bikes to the show. He left a few more of them at the shop, but
Gerald has a large collection of motorcycles. He'll trade just about anything he has in his life for more motorcycles.
Except for his guitars.
If you've ever heard the joke, like, why do I have 15 motorcycles? Because I sold a couple. That's Gerald. Okay, right up to the big dog class. Radical Custom.
Tell them how hard this class was.
Well, Radical's a tricky class. Next year, I think we'll break it up a little more than we did because we had a lot of beautiful trikes in this class because they're obviously very radical and they're off the given path on what were normal, you would see. And then we also had some extraordinary motorcycles that ended up in this class. And so the second place goes out to one of those trikes. It's that crazy trike in the back, number 90, Paul Andricola.
This is the one, he's fired it up a few times. This thing's badass.
Yeah, blowing flames,
this thing. And he does it off a remote. He sits there with a remote, fires it up, blows flames out of it. This guy's put a lot of work in the engineering.
I mean, you have a blown big lip block Chevy and a trike.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you go wrong there.
Yeah. I wonder if he's ever held it wide open. Oh, you have? All right. Thank you, sir.
Very cool, very cool. First place, 72, Rick. Rick
Majera.
You know who you are.
Now this guy, this is that beautiful green flathead over here. The detail on it is unbelievable. He just won our show in Hollister. We put on a show in Hollister, California. He won Best of Show there. So this guy has been around motorcycles all his life. One of the guys I look up to in the business. Collection of antique bikes you wouldn't believe. And also president of the Antique Motorcycle Club in the United States. So he's everything old, and that flathead bike over there is just a taste of what he can do.
Yeah,
So
beautiful bike, beautiful paint, put together.
And
Awesome.
he rides it to the shows, by the way.
Shit, we went riding yesterday with Rick, and he was riding everything to the hill.
Yeah, we went on a little 150-mile ride yesterday on the choppers to honor Bret Hart. A lot of you guys know Bret Hart with all the old knuckleheads. When he passed away, we did our first annual ride for him yesterday. We took off in the rain, and we all looked up and go, "Okay, Bret, thank you." And we rode for probably about 45 minutes in the rain. Rick was one of the guys leading us.
I could not believe how fast Rick was riding.
Yeah, for an old guy. I couldn't keep up. So we did a tribute to Bret Hart yesterday, and we should do that every year.
And Bret built the bike Josh won with, the Josh Young won with, which is that little 4-cam lower and knucklehead top Miss America bike that was back there. Bret built that bike. He had brought that bike out a couple different times. It's a really extraordinary bike. It was a dream he had, and it's sad that Bret isn't still with us, but he left behind a major impact with a ton of us in the industry and left behind some off-the-chart bikes. I mean, the guy had a collection of knuckleheads. He had one for every year. He had knuckleheads
running.
Yes.
For every year running.
No. He probably had 3 motors for almost every year, but he had a bike for every year. So many parts, so much stuff. The guy was true. He was the grit of our culture. He really was.
And this guy was a big, long beard, big old guy, and he used to play Santa Claus every year in San Quentin. He'd go to San Quentin every year for the kids that come to see their dad. Of course, they couldn't see him. So he'd get all the bikers together, and he'd throw a San Quentin toy run every year. Everybody showed up, a lot of toys. The kids would be screaming for Bret, and he'd get his Santa hat on and go up and give away prizes or gifts to all the kids. So this is some of the legacy that Bret left behind, besides being an awesome guy that we all loved and respected. So this one's for you, Bret.
Yeah. Okay.
That's for Bret? That's for the Bret ride. Oh, thank you.
Okay, best of paint. A lot of great bikes out here. A lot of great paint jobs. It took all of us to get together to really decide on this. We were torn between a couple bikes on how they came together, how the finish was. Just so you guys know what we think about with paint is not only, I guess, the paint scheme, the colors, how it fits with the bike, but it also lands down to finish, how you finish off the paint job. There's a lot of little details that you got to bring it through to the end to really, step it up there and get to the next level. This guy did a great job. 51, Brandon Keith.
There you go. You did it again. Good job, young lady. That's probably one of the toughest awards to win, right?
Always hard. I mean, my best award on my mantle was best paint for the Oakland Roadster show back in the late 90s. And it was always very, very hard to get. Like, that was a hard award to get.
Okay.
Well, before we do this Best of Show award, I want to get Chris, because he's got an award, and Easy Rider has an award. And so, Chris,
Dave,
get up here, buddy.
Okay, so for us, again, going back to the history of things, man, there's motorcycles that come out here, and especially in this crowd, are like incredible bikes. And as they come through the crowd, you can just see the whole crowd move away. But once in a while, a motorcycle shows up that even the old guys that have been doing this forever are like, they stand back and they pay it respect. And you might not understand what that's about right off of the bat, but we wanted to make sure at this show especially, an honor being here, because it's truly an honor for everybody from Cycle Source to be here. For us to pick a bike out of this show, we had to raise it up a little bit. I want Roadside to come up here real quick just to tell you about this motorcycle. But the Cycle Source Award goes to bike number 69 from Vintage Dreams, the Dick Allen Chopper. So,
whoa.
If you guys don't know, Dick Allen was a legendary bike builder back in the 70s. Mondo knew him well. He built a bike called Locomotion from a knucklehead, and Dick Allen was the inventor of the belt drive for Harley Davidsons, the 2-into-1 collector, the centerline rear wheel, things that Harley Davidson put into mass production were Dick Allen's original ideas. And Ryan did a hell of a job bringing his bike back to life. The correct frame, his frame, tank, front end, everything but the motor and transmission is an original Locomotion. Man, come over here, Brian. This is a hell of a deal.
And he rode it out here from California.
And rode the hell of it out here to California.
Now, one more thing I want to say about Ryan. Ryan's one of those guys that I look up to as a historian. He's been collecting all the old bikes from the legends and bringing them together. He got Cisco's bike, who was an Oakland Hells Angel who passed away. But Cisco had an amazing Denver chopper, and he gathered the parts to put it back together. He found a Denver chopper, did the same thing. So this guy's preserving history. I told him to go look for my old bike, one of my old bikes, Street Chopper Magazine, 1970. So Ryan Grossman is the guy. So when you want to know about old bikes, old parts, and the history of the old bikes, this is the guy you talk to. I'm proud to call him one of my friends, and thank you for making the journey out here and being a part of our show. And we'll see you at Chris's show tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. One thing real quick, when I was riding beside him on my Donna, and I was doing about 80 miles an hour, he came up beside me on one of his knuckles doing over 100, and still had one more gear to go. This is a riding fool right here. Thanks for bringing it out, brother.
No problem. Thank you. Piece of history.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, well said.
Thank you.
And the award for the Classic Easy Riders motorcycle will get a bike feature in Easy Riders. Hey, Bill. And Mr. Michael Lichter will be shooting this bike this week during Sturgis. The award goes to number 48, Nick Bulow. And Nick came all the way out here from Maine. He's had bikes at Easy Riders before. Come on up, and it's this beautiful Evo hardtail chopper right over here, silverish, right? Tell us about that bike.
Well, it was a bike that I did for Artistry and Iron back a while ago. It was inspired by like a motorcycle I built a while ago that actually got a little bit of negative feedback about it by one person, and like that's just like the trilogy. That's why it's called the Hate Machine. And we put a bunch of pentagrams around it. I had the wheels custom made, and like the down tubes custom tubes, a star profile. But it had to be machined at an offset because if you cut it at 45, it wouldn't be like the tips would all be weird. It's all brushed aluminum, girder front end, Baker 6-speed, SNS 111, and BDL belt drive. It goes really good. I brought it down to Daytona for a little while and rode that down there, and that was kind of like the first really time I actually got to ride it, and then now here, so I'm pretty excited. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Nick, everybody.
Congratulations, Nick.
Hey, Dave.
Okay, so come time for Best of Show. You guys having a good time out here today at the Buffalo Chip? First, let me say that. No, really, we're in Sturgis, man. Your friends are at home watching this shit going, man, I wish I was there. Are you guys having a good time at the Buffalo Chip? That's what I want to hear. Hell yeah. Beautiful week coming up, all kind of great events, but man, what an awesome way to start it here. Before I say who won the Best of Show trophy here today, dude, thank you so much to Paco. Paco's making this stuff happen for us, giving these amazing awards away, helping us with parts. Let's just start with that, keeping the tradition and the chopper history going through the builds that we're doing today. We can't say enough for them, so hit them up, Paco.com. Get those chopper parts coming, man. Now, I got the microphone to do Best of Show because I want to tell you guys, there was a panel of 6 judges, and we sat back here for a while talking about this bike. There are going to be many things that you see in Sturgis that are iconic. You're going to hear words like epic. You're going to hear, how amazing. But when it comes to this show, this is about the history of choppers. If you don't know this, if this is your first time being around some of these cats, some of the people who are here, they invented choppers. I mean, like, really, like there weren't choppers, and then these guys came along and they put long ass front ends on them and skinnied them up and ran the hell out of them. They invented this. So for a bike to win here, to be the best bike of this show, that's got to be a bad motherfucker right there, right? In all of this show, there was incredible motorcycles, man. The craftsmanship was off the hook. The level of execution and paint and design and engineering. Mad respect to all of those, but one motorcycle exemplified the absolute essence of what that was, what that whole culture came up with when they said this would be the perfect motorcycle. That award for Best of Show goes out to the orange bike for Gerald Casey. Get up here. Your peers decided this. I wanted this microphone because this has nothing to do with that shirt that you have on, man. That bike represents where this came from. Big round of applause to this man right here.
Thank you, Chris. I hope everybody got to look at that bike and really study that bike, because I know it's whatever you want to think about it, whatever. You guys killed it on that bike. Like, I gotta say, like, it's off the charts. It almost makes me emotional, because this cat here, what he's done for us, what he's done for the legacy, what he's done for our industry, how he keeps our culture, how he keeps us true to the culture, true to how it used to be. Not Instagram, not this, not that. It used to be impossible to get your foot in the shop. It used to be impossible to be able to get to talk to someone with the knowledge, the skill level, to hang around with someone that could do this type of shit. Back in the day, if you looked wrong, you got popped. You got slugged. It didn't go down like everybody's used to being it today. And what you guys did, bringing this bike back, building this bike, bringing it together, I mean, it gives me goosebumps. It's really off the charts. So thanks, man.
Thank you, everybody. Speechless. One thing I want to tell you about that bike, I was molding the frame, and if you look at the frame, it's got peaks on it. The gas tank looks like it's one piece, but it actually comes off. There's a little line around the gas tank. I molded that on Christmas Day, and my daughter called me up. She goes, "Dad, you coming over for the grandkids?" I said, "No, honey, I'm in my zone. I'm doing the molding on this frame, which I hadn't done in 40 years, and the results are what we're seeing today." So it took me back to the old days, and I was very emotional about building it. That bike is a replica of Denver's bikes. All Denver's bikes were pearl orange and purple flames. That bike is a tribute to Denver Mullins, my mentor. Rest in peace. God bless you guys for recognizing that bike, and I'll keep trying to put out some more. With that, I think we're about ready to wrap the show. Unless you guys can think of anything else, any questions or anything to, if you want to come up and talk to us after the show, you're more than welcome to come up and talk to us. But thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing those beautiful bikes. We'll see you all tomorrow at Cycle Source Magazine, Iron Horse, and that starts about 10 or 11 o'clock. Bring your bikes down there. We're going to do this again tomorrow, and then on Monday we're going to go to the Full Throttle and do it. And don't forget Mike Lichter on Sunday evening. We're going to do a deal with him. So whole lot of stuff going on here in Sturgis, and it's all free, and a lot of people put a lot of time and effort. Don't think we're getting rich off this either. We do this to give back because we love you guys all so much.
Yeah, we put everything goes right back into the show, so none of us make anything off this show. This goes back to you guys. A couple of shout outs I want to give real quick, all right? Tina Wood and Open Road Radio did a great job covering us with our what we were doing with the Bike Build Challenge. Want to go back and check out some of those bikes and builders and some of the things that we talked about, you can go check that out. Chris, he's got Shop Talk on Sunday night. He's got a lot of things. Guys, watch the shows, check them out, because they do a wonderful job, great production. So you've got people here that are passionate about this industry. They bring it to you. They bring you a lot of great information. We got to support them. So let's keep supporting them in the right way. All right. Thank you so much. hey, this is the end of 2021. Come back. 2022, we are going to kick ass yet again.
We'll see you guys next year. Thank you for coming. Had a great show. See you at Cycle Source Magazine tomorrow with Chris and Heather.